here at the Eyrie, getting a post-match interview following our 1-1 draw with Kidlington this afternoon. Dave, I actually thought, I think they needed a point still to preserve their status, but other than that, there wasn't really a lot on the game today. But I actually thought it was quite an entertaining contest. I thought we had lots and lots of possession. I felt at times we let ourselves down in the final third with our deliveries into the box, but they were very lively on the counter attack and played some good stuff as well. So in all, I thought it was quite a good contest. How did you see it?
Yeah, I think if you're the neutral, you probably I'd agree, because we've been like it the last couple of games. We can't reach the playoffs. We want to get as high as we can for obvious reasons, but there isn't the pressure in the game. If it would have been played at Christmas, it's a different game, but it's not. And so it just allows you to play with a bit of freedom. Like I say, they mathematically needed a point, but they were safe. And it was, like I said, it was a good game. It was pretty end to end. First half, I felt that we possibly dominated the ball. They were the more dangerous. We spoke about it at half time that the times we got out wide and the ball never beat the first man. Corner wise, everything. It didn't matter what cross we put in, we hit the first man, which was not unlike us and was poor. And it didn't put them under enough pressure from that. They were well organised, but at the same time, if you can't beat the first guy, you're not going to stick it in the net. So we spoke at the half time and saying, and in the first half, they get their goal, which was from us giving the ball away, which again is, we go on and on and on about it, that it's, these are all avoidable goals and they're all usually come to us. And I thought, but I still felt that they were decent, and they were slightly more direct than us, but it wasn't they just lumped it forward. I thought they passed it forward and they caused us a lot of problems. The boys had a lot of pace up front, and you have to give them a lot of credit for that. It wasn't.
I think it was a different kind of Kidlington that we've been used to playing. I mean, when we played down there at Christmas time, the pitch was very boggy.
Yeah.
There wasn't really a lot of football played. It was a very up and at 'em and play off the second ball and stuff, which has been sort of a theme with some of the games we've had against them in the past. But they were a decent footballing outfit today, and when we did lose the ball, they were a constant threat when we maybe overcommitted bodies forward at times.
Yeah, you're right. And as I say, previously we would have to win. We had to win battles in our box and wars and everything. Today they was completely different. They played completely different. They had a smaller front line for a start, and so they're looking to pass it through, through the gaps in our defence. Their movement off of them was very good. So you're right. It was a good game, and you're a bit right with the game at Christmas, but I also thought they're pretty much the same side. They still play good football. When you allowed them to play, they were good. I remember in the first half, first 20, we were hanging on to them until we really settled. And I think, look, if we don't concede the cheap one today, it's not a cheap one in terms of for them, because they pick up on a mistake. Their movement was great. It was one ball straight through the lads through, and he finished it brilliantly. But if we don't give that opportunity away, then we were still in the ascendancy in the half and having a lot of the ball, and if you potentially get into half time, we never looked like we'd score first half. We're getting at 0-0, and
I think also as well, obviously credit to them. They had, I was watching the first half. They had a flat five behind the ball. They had two sitting in front of them, and it was almost come and break us down, and we didn't quite. There was lots of good stuff in the first 2/3 of the pitch, but as you alluded to already, when we got the ball in wide areas, the quality was a bit lacking at times.
No, it was poor. It was poor. And some of our decision making in the final third today was poor. Second half, when I thought we scored early and we really put it on, and this goal come because the great little passage of play down the right, and Adam does his Maradona, creates himself that space, ball's quality, and Alex gets just enough in it to get it across the line. But we opened them up more in the second half down the right than we did in the first by a long street, and the quality into the box was far better. And we just and of course we came in at half time and we changed things slightly. We changed it before we come out. We then changed it. We put the extra guy in midfield.
I thought the introduction of Charlie as well was a good, just simply because it was his sort of game, in the fact that he could. We were already dominating possession, but also there was areas of the pitch where he could get on the ball and perhaps create or find that pass that maybe others can't.
Yeah, and the truth is that we after the game on in the week, we potentially could have restarted Charlie again. The only reason we didn't was because we've decided we want to get games into people. So we made the decision, because of his injury, that don't start him today. But you're right, because I think once he comes on, he gives us, we're a different team with Charlie on the pitch, because of, you know, he's able to play in that pivot, and everything seems to go through him, and then that allows us to get further forward because of how he played. And you know, we started to create. We created a lot of opportunities. Not to say we created tons of clear cut. We made Tom created two for himself and put them miles over. We then had a passage where we kept it and it dropped to him on his left foot, and look, he could have probably, I think, guided it in, but he's gone for power, and he's also put that over. But like I say, we've had them opportunities. We also got in around their box at times, and the decision making. There was one with Alex, I think, who got on the edge, and Bondi was in space. We had lots of bits and pieces. A couple of great moves that didn't quite come off. There was one great passage that went into Bondi, rolled it back, and it just went the wrong side of Alex, who was on the move. And if he's on it, he's in. Another one with Rio. So look, we're pleased with what we did second half. Really pleased with the second half. And like I say, look, I think in the long run they were pleased with their point. We were disappointed, but it's maybe because we want to be as high up in the season as we can be. But I also felt that possibly second half we'd done enough to win it and didn't. And like I say, we've come away with a point, which is another point. A small little run again, and we keep talking about these little runs, and we could just go into Wednesday and play without pressure again. We will have an opportunity to get another guy in the starting lineup that hasn't started, and just keep to the end of the season, give them minutes.
Excellent stuff, Dave. Well, I don't know whether to say congratulations on a point or but enjoy your evening, and down to 2 to go now. Last home game of the season on Wednesday at home to Hertford, and then we finish up at Aylesbury on Saturday. So we'll see you then.
See you later.